Alexander the Great conquered the known world by age 30 and was dead by 32. For 2,300 years historians have argued about what killed him. A forensic analysis published in 2019 suggests the answer is stranger than any of them imagined. As you consider the life of Alexander, who was born in 356 BC in Pella, Macedonia, you must wonder, what could have caused the demise of a man who had withstood countless battles, including the siege of Tyre in 332 BC, where he suffered a severe leg wound. In the years leading up to his death, Alexander had been on a campaign of conquest, stretching his empire from Greece to India, with a vast army of over 40,000 soldiers, as recorded by the ancient historian Arrian in his book, The Campaigns of Alexander. By 324 BC, Alexander had returned to Babylon, the capital of his empire, where he was planning a new campaign against the Arabs, as noted by the Greek historian Plutarch in his biography of Alexander. The city was bustling with activity, with over 10,000 workers laboring to complete the construction of a new palace, as described by the Roman historian Quintus Curtius Rufus. As you reflect on the magnitude of Alexander's ambitions, you might ask, could the strain of constant warfare have contributed to his untimely death? On June 2, 323 BC, Alexander fell ill after attending a banquet hosted by Medius of Larissa, a close friend and companion, as reported by the ancient historian Diodorus Siculus. Over the next 2 weeks, Alexander's condition deteriorated rapidly, with symptoms including fever, abdominal pain, and paralysis, as described by the Greek physician Galen in his treatise on the symptoms of diseases. The 4 competing theories about his death, typhoid fever, alcohol poisoning, poisoning by his generals, and a rare neurological condition called Guillain-Barré syndrome, have been debated by historians for centuries, with each theory supported by some evidence, such as the account of the Roman historian Justin, who suggested that Alexander was poisoned by his generals. As you examine the evidence, you might wonder, which of these theories is supported by the forensic analysis published in 2019, which analyzed the accounts of Alexander's death by over 20 ancient sources, including the works of Arrian, Plutarch, and Quintus Curtius Rufus. The analysis suggests that the most likely cause of Alexander's death was a rare genetic disorder, which may have been exacerbated by his injuries and the strain of constant warfare, as noted by the geneticist Dr. Catherine Hall, who led the study. The aftermath of Alexander's death was marked by a period of turmoil and power struggles, as his generals and companions vied for control of the empire, with over 40,000 soldiers loyal to Alexander's companion, Perdiccas, as recorded by the ancient historian Arrian. The division of the empire among Alexander's successors, including Ptolemy, Seleucus, and Antigonus, led to a series of wars and conflicts that lasted for decades, as described by the Roman historian Polybius in his book, The Histories. As you consider the impact of Alexander's death on the ancient world, you might ask, how would the course of history have been different if Alexander had lived to see the realization of his ambitions? The fact that Alexander's death led to the creation of over 30 new cities, including Alexandria in Egypt, which became a major center of culture and learning, as noted by the Greek historian Strabo, suggests that his legacy continued to shape the world long after his death. As you reflect on the life and death of Alexander the Great, you are left with a profound question: what is the true measure of a leader's legacy, and how do we evaluate the impact of their actions on the world, considering that Alexander's empire lasted for over 300 years, as recorded by the Roman historian Ammianus Marcellinus?